Hello, I'm Wyatt with XL Ministries, and I'm very excited that you're planning on going through our discipleship manual called Becoming a Biblical Elder. I'm sure you already know that the role of eldership is an extremely important position. I've often considered Hebrews 13:17, where it says, "Obey your leaders," and then it says, "For they keep watch over your souls as those who will give an account." That's an important principle to remember. And as you prepare for becoming a biblical elder, this manual is designed to help you to comprehend the seriousness of the role. It's not just that you have to be character qualified, although you must be. It's that you have to have the skill, the desire, and the commitment to fulfill the role and the responsibilities, to understand the authority and the accountability that comes with being a biblical elder. Many in our culture don't understand the magnitude of this responsibility. This manual is designed for 12 months. You can meet once a month, or it easily breaks up into a weekly study if you prefer. But let me just explain what's included in this manual so that it will help you as you begin your study. This manual is going to teach you Bible knowledge. As an elder, you're responsible to be able to teach. That's not just your oratory skills. That means that you have to know the scriptures, that you have to be able to communicate them carefully and thoroughly. You need to be able to defend sound doctrine, and you need to be able to refute those who contradict. Understand, that's the role of every elder, not just one elder. And so in this manual, it's going to teach you Bible knowledge. There's going to be outlines of the books of the Bible, all of them. There'll be themes, there'll be key chapters, key verses, key people, and key dates. Now, I understand people have different capacity for memorizing, but let me just emphasize, I'm not saying you have to memorize it all. I'm saying you need to memorize everything that you can. I've often told people when I'm teaching a lesson, I know when I'm going to teach, what I'm going to teach, and how much time I have to prepare. But when somebody comes up to me and they pour out their heart or they ask me a question, I need to be able to get them to the text. And memorizing Bible knowledge, learning about the books of the Bible will be extremely helpful for you in that process. Also included in this manual will be many systematic theology questions, things like define the Trinity. Listen, if somebody comes to you as an elder and asks you a theological question, your first response ought not to be to send them to the pastor. You're one of the elders, which you can be called a pastor as well. You need to be able to answer the question. Now, when we ask a systematic theology question, we provide key verses, but for every systematic theology question, we also provide several theological quotes. So you don't need to go outside this manual. So you can grapple with those quotes to be able to answer the question. The goal is not simply to answer the question in the textbook. Frankly, that's easy. We provide all the data for you. The goal is that you can shut this manual and be asked, how would you defend the Trinity? And you can go verse by verse to explain your answer. Defend the Trinity. And again, it will be the same with a number of systematic theology questions through this book. The idea is that if you're an elder, at the very least, you ought to be able to defend your own church doctrinal statement. And again, I'm not saying affirm it, I'm saying defend it. Go to the scriptures and provide the answer of why we believe these things. So that's going to be really important. This manual also is going to encourage you to engage in elder type leadership, even before becoming an elder. You need to be involved in shepherding people. It would be great if you could attend some elder meetings. You might not be able to attend all of them if they have a closed session, but get used to how elders function and how they communicated, what their role is in the church, and how they are alert to the church body, the needs and opportunities and dangers. This book is going to take you through the elder qualifications. And it's going to be very pointed, asking you, how do you measure up? I mean, at the end of the day, 1 Peter 5 says that you're to be an example to the flock so they can follow your pattern of life. And that means not only your pattern of life in the church, your pattern of life in your marriage, as a parent, in your job, wherever you're at, your pattern of life should be such that other believers would be able to follow you. So again, it's going to help you to understand that. This book is going to talk about critical issues related to eldership. I mean, there are issues like how you relate to other elders. A good elder cannot be a man who has a habit of drawing a line in the sand, and if you don't agree with me, I'm going to be mad. A good elder is a humble man. It's a servant, a man who desires the best for the church, a man who listens to his fellow elders, a man who is willing to be patient, a man who is willing to deal with very difficult things in the life of the church, and will do those with great patience and love and care. And so this manual is intended to help you with those things. It's a serious manual. It's going to require you work, but it's a good work. And it's a needed work. And the church desperately needs men who have a heart for God, a love for the church, and is willing to do whatever work is necessary to serve well their Lord.